Hey everyone, I'm Wendy and I'm one half of the House of Five podcast, where our main goal is to help moms and dads on the road to financial independence save more, spend less, budget better, and dump debt. Today we are going to be talking about all things stimulus. I'm going to be giving you an update on the stimulus checks, what's going on the IRS website, as well as some little tidbits about the PPP loans, as well as the EIDL loans, and the unemployment benefit for people. So stay tuned, stick around for 6 seconds. Hey everyone, welcome back. Again, I am Wendy from the House of Five, and if you are new here, welcome to our house. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you for being here, and if you enjoy the content that we're putting out, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you get a notification for the next time we have new information coming out. We put out videos every week and you don't want to miss out on new information. And then real quick, just a quick disclaimer, I am a licensed attorney in the state of Arizona as well as a licensed real estate agent in the state of California. Nothing in this video is to be construed as legal or real estate advice, so please check out the disclaimers below. All right, now that we have all of that out of the way, let's talk about the stimulus checks. So there's a few things that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. You may have already figured this out on your own. The Get My Payment portal has been wrought with glitches. So many people have had so many issues with the Get My Payment portal, myself included. I was finally able to get in over the weekend, and I know several other people were able to get in there as well. Some were able to get in without any trouble. Some had to put in their information with all caps. Others had to put in different amounts. So for instance, the amount on your return was one amount, and then you later got notified of the IRS that they made an adjustment and you had a different amount. We had that issue and we had to put in the amount put on our return. Another friend had the same issue, but she had to put in the adjusted amount. So my suggestion to you is that when you go in there and you are inputting your return information, that you have both amounts available and you avoid the frustration. Another cool update to the site is that it has updated the FAQ section. There's some new information in there, and what they've done to make it super helpful is that any new information, there's parentheses there, and they put the date that the information was updated, which is helpful in getting to exactly what you need to know and see, okay, this is updated information, this is what I'm looking for. And then the final update to that website is that they have added a Spanish version, which is helpful for our non-English speakers who speak Spanish, so that they can understand what they're reading, because I know a lot of this can be complicated, and the last thing you need is another layer of complication. So all of those are good things. If you have not gotten your check yet, hang tight. I'm sure it will come. If not via direct deposit, you'll get a paper check. And I would just keep checking back on the portal, the Get My Payment portal. Once every 24 hours, you will get locked out if you try too many times in a given period. So, and they only update it once every 24 hours. So just keep checking back. They're working on getting those glitches fixed. So be patient, check that out daily. Know that in the event that you're not able to get your information in for direct deposit, that you will get a paper check. They are starting to release those. They are being released in increments of 5 million, so 5 million, and they're releasing them in order of adjusted gross income from lowest to highest. So if you're on the higher end of the income bracket that qualified for the stimulus, you will get your checks last. The people who made the least will get their checks first. So that's why it behooves you to go ahead and just get into that portal. Keep trying, because if you're on the higher bracket, you may not get your paper check until July. But that's 3 or 4 months from now. So a lot can happen in that time with the portal getting fixed. So if you want it faster, just keep trying. One of the bigger issues is that people with SSI, VA, railroad retirement benefits, as well as SSI, were having to input their dependent information in order to get the extra $500 per dependent. For Social Security, that time has passed. If you did not get your information in for your dependents last week, that time frame has closed. You will get that money, however, you will not get it until after you file your 2020 return, which kind of stinks because you need the money now, but it is what it is. Maybe they will change that in the future. I know that there were members of Congress that were not happy about that and have been putting pressure on the Treasury Department to fix that. So hopefully that happens. If not, know that you will get it next year. Now, for people who are on SSI and VA, you have a deadline coming. Your deadline to get in your dependent information is May 4th, which is coming up in just a few days. So get in there, get that information entered now. I'd hate for you to miss out on getting that money sooner rather than later. So I'll link that down below where you can get into the non-filers tool and get that information inputted. All right, now just a couple quick updates about the PPP, the Payment Protection Plan, as well as the EIDL. Both are for small businesses. Those have gotten more funding. The funding is there. So with PPP, it is open. You can submit your applications again if you weren't able to do it before because they ran out of money. I would do that soon. I would not delay. You don't want to be in the same situation. I would also apply at more than one bank. And if I were you, I would go with maybe a smaller bank as opposed to one of the larger banks who are going to run out of money faster. Cast a wide net. You don't know which one you will get accepted by. You may get accepted by multiple, but I would hate for you to only apply to one and then they run out of money and the money's gone everywhere. So apply at multiple places. You can decide which one you end up going with if you get accepted at more than one. And so that's just my thoughts for that. For the EIDL, even though they have gotten additional funds, they are still processing applications from the last round. And so they have not opened up that application yet again for this time. And what the website says, and I'll post that, it says that they are processing the previous applications on a first come, first serve basis. So what that means to me, how I interpret that, is that there is a chance that they could process all those applications from before, they could run out of money and never open up the application again until there's additional funding. So that's something to keep in mind. I would keep checking back on that. And if I get news about that opening up, I'll certainly let everybody know. All right, now let's talk about unemployment. The federal government has provided the states with additional funds to help people receiving unemployment. With that, they've also lifted some of the requirements that are normally there for unemployment. So for instance, previously, if you were self-employed, you more than likely were not going to be able to qualify for unemployment. The federal government has lifted that, and so now people who are self-employed qualify under the PAU, which is the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. There are criteria for what you need to have happened to you in order for you to receive that money, but it is very broad. And if you are out of work or not able to work because you've been impacted by the virus, you should qualify. So a couple of the, for instances are if your children are not able to go to school because schools are closed and you have to provide for them, that is a reason. Another reason is that if you're taking care of a family member who is sick. And then another reason is if your business has had to close or has lost income because of the virus. Those are only the three that are the most common ones. There are others there. Make sure you go to your state's website to check out that information. Get the additional $600 over and above what you would qualify for your state's unemployment. So for instance, I am in California. The minimum benefit that people will get is at least $167. You may get more if you make more money, but you will not get less than $167 a week. That $167 would be added with the $600 and you would get $767 a week for 13 weeks, and it is retroactive to the time that you were impacted. So for instance, my children have been home from school since the 14th, so we could backdate our application all the way back to that. What the federal government has also mandated is that waiting periods that were in place prior those are no longer there, as well as they've extended the amount of time people can claim unemployment, which is up to 39 weeks. So for the first 13 weeks, you will receive the extra $600 a week, and after that it would revert back to whatever the state award that you've received is. So definitely take advantage of that. I know a lot of you are hurting, that you need the money, that you've greatly been impacted by what's going on. So take advantage of that. In California, the portal opened up yesterday. I've looked at it. It's fairly easy to use. Just be sure that you're looking at the questions because some of them are like the second sentence in one sentence and the second part of that sentence applies to you. So just read it very carefully. All right, everyone, we are trying to be helpful. We are trying to get as much information out to you as soon as we can. If you have a question that you would like answered, you want to see if I can maybe research it and get an answer for you, I am happy to do that. Just put your question down in the comments and I will do my best to get that question on another video shortly. Please subscribe, ring the bell. If you want more connection with us, you can join our private Facebook group where you can connect with us regarding all things finance. We are here to help you live a better financial life. We've been there, we've been down in the trenches, we've been in hard places, and we just want to help you get to a better place. All right, everyone, take care. Bye.